Let's talk about mind control programming with Disney and the movie industry targeting children. There are large think tanks targeting children and affecting their behavior. For example, the Walt Disney deception and the deception created by, I will mention the Illuminati and the New World Order and the truth about Disney. What Disney is really about is probably very shocking to most people who are totally influenced by it. He's become according to my information that I gathered, he became an FBI asset through 33rd degree Freemasonry in the Order of Dumoulin, which was a Knight Templar, and through sexual cross-dressing pervert J. Edgar Hoover, which most people don't know about. Disneyland and Disney World have both been reported as being used in princess programming to create high-level sex slaves like Britney Spears and others, and Miley Cyrus. The studio's subterranean maze of tunnels has been producing and hiding a very dark agenda, reaching out to children and adults worldwide. Numerous researchers and commentators have been reporting on Disney's extensive entertainment emporium, which applied psychology found in content ranging from subliminal messaging to sexual and occult imagery and other adult themes, all subtly placed within all of children's animated films that he produced. They have given the Illuminati the cover to bring together illusionists, magicians, and special effects artists without anyone being suspicious. He was in fact an occult porn king, while Disney grew up fascinated with the occult and in an abusive home situation. So he was abused as a child. Like you mentioned before, this is the first step in picking and selecting their own agents later on and slaves to begin with. He was fascinated with cartoons, nature, and children. He had an intuitive sense for quality cartoons, nature, and children. He had that would appeal. He had an intuitive sense for quality cartoons that would appeal to children. And at some point, the syndicate, which means the mafia, got him in debt to them. And at that point, he was their man, and he owed them a debt that they held over him. In secret, Walt became a porn king. A victim remembers that he was sadistic and enjoyed snuff porn films. His interest in children was far from being altruistic. Behind all those cartoons, magazines, movies, that hidden agenda to control our children's minds, Disney productions over the years are filled with Masonic symbols, mind control, and indoctrination. He's been preparing our younger generations for the New World Order, as well as introduce them to sorcery, black magic. Let's not forget, he cooperated also with former Nazi scientist Wernher von Braun and NASA in creating our official space program Illusions. My question to you, Judith, is Disney is a culture factory, but what is exactly that it is producing and why? And can you tell us about how Disney is cultivating our children's imaginations and to what extent, along with the rest of social engineering for children, through the media and the movie industry? It's all linked together in one question.
Yeah, well, Mark, I mean, I can only address what I do know, okay? I'm just hearing about the connection with Wernher von Braun and the CIA and all this sort of thing. I would have to research that, and I would have to see documentation. Now, having said that, certainly I know the things I do know, that much of what Kinsey produced had subliminal material in it. No question about that. Not only do I know that in terms of what I have seen with sexual innuendo or sexual materials, but with drugs, the use of drugs, that kind of thing. Yeah, I've seen it and I have analyzed it, and yes, those things have been present, no question about that. Now, the Disney's role in mind control outside of the subliminal materials that he has used really brings you to this investigating YouTube channel, because that is very, very clearly involved in torturous mind control of the children. There's no question about that. And that Disney has allowed that to take place certainly involves them. The heroine from Frozen, which is the film Frozen, Ilsa, the use of the Batman, who is a hero, and Elsa's a heroine. Yeah, these are important things. And Spider-Man, a hero. These and the Joker, the bad guy. Yeah, the bad guy. Now, the use of these images in nonverbal, acting with no language means they could use it all over the world. Yeah. The kinds of things on that material, in that material, absolutely qualify as attempts at mind control, pedophile directed. Yeah, absolutely pedophile directed. And I would say that in a court of law anywhere. We know that there's been mind control. There were senatorial investigations established. I remember, I think it was when Eisenhower or Truman, I don't remember which one, came to power, and they stopped the major mind control activities that were taking place, where they were giving the guys LSD and so on and so on and so on. Or they allegedly stopped it. Anyway, so we know that was going on, CIA involvement. And we do know that these films on the internet now are so illegal, are so outrageously abusive of the child viewer, yeah? They have scenes that are pornographic without any doubt. They have scenes that are the most violent I have ever seen. They have scenes of fecal matter being used, yeah, on the heroines and the heroes, yeah. So and Disney. These are Disney characters. These are Disney characters. So yes, Disney is up to its ears in what is taking place, and in the control and the corruption of our children. Any child who watches this stuff, is going to be psychologically assaulted. No question about it. And now the latest that I've heard, because I went to investigating YouTube a couple of days ago, apparently some of their material was stopped by, you couldn't view it any longer, which happens on the internet. They stop various things that they say violate an ethics something or other. Well, that would leave me highly questioning, because their information is out there for people to learn what's being used. So I would think that there's some kind of collusion, control, absolutely, with the internet. Yeah.
The fact that Disney pictured in his movie animals as the heroes, it basically shows that they're viewing. I mean, the viewers, the movie viewers, consider humans like other animals, as simply being on the same level as animals, and the humans are presented as a vicious animal only fit to be killed, basically, and to making the animals to be human, turn the viewers as like they wanted people to forget they're watching animals, and so it would and their sexual behavior in the same way would be considered as human, and humans and animals would be all mixed up, in the end.
Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, but yeah. More, to me, more obvious is some of their other activities, some of their other images, which are clearly exploitive sexually and so on. Yeah, but yeah, could be. I mean, it certainly is. Yeah.